My wife and I went to spend a few days at home at her place in the countryside. The plan was simple: escape the noise of the city, breathe fresh air, and slow down for a while. And at first, everything was exactly like that. We had long, unhurried dinners, talked for hours in the kitchen, and walked through the garden where my mother-in-law proudly showed us her vegetable beds, telling stories about how she'd been tending to them for years. That evening, we went to bed early. Out there, night falls quickly, and after the road, the tiredness hits all at once. My wife fell asleep almost immediately, while I lay awake for a bit, listening to the soft rustling of trees outside and a distant dog barking somewhere far away. Then, in the middle of the night, I heard a knock. It was quiet at first, careful, almost uncertain. The kind of knock that instantly makes you wonder who could be knocking at a time like this. I got up slowly, trying not to wake my wife, and walked to the door. When I opened it, I saw my mother-in-law standing in the hallway, holding a small flashlight. She looked uneasy. "Sorry to wake you," she said softly, "but I need your help." In that moment, 100 thoughts rushed through my head. Something must have happened. She explained that she had heard a noise coming from the yard, near the barn. Maybe the wind had pushed something open, or maybe an animal had gotten inside, but she didn't feel comfortable going to check alone. So she came to wake me. We stepped outside together. The night air was cool and fresh. The moon hung bright above the village, casting a pale glow over everything. The garden, so familiar during the day, now felt completely different, quiet, still, almost mysterious. As we got closer to the barn, we both heard a faint rustling sound from inside. I opened the door carefully and shined the flashlight in. And there it was, a small cat, trapped between boxes, trying to find its way out. Just like that, all the tension disappeared. My mother-in-law let out a softly, admitting she had probably scared herself for no reason. We let the cat out, and it darted off into the darkness. For a few minutes, we stayed outside, speaking quietly so we wouldn't wake anyone. She thanked me, saying that at night even the simplest sounds can feel like something serious. When I went back to bed, the house felt silent again. But strangely, that small moment stayed with me. Sometimes, it's the simplest things that turn into the most memorable parts of a trip. I thought the night was over. But just as I was about to go back inside, she stopped near the door. "Wait," she said quietly. "Since you're already awake, let's sit for a bit." There was something in her tone that made me pause. We sat down on the wooden bench near the porch. The village was completely still, wrapped in deep silence. The moonlight softened everything, and the cool air felt refreshing after the warmth of the house. She sat there for a moment, as if gathering her thoughts, then said quietly, "You know, sometimes night is the best time to talk. During the day, everyone is busy, rushing somewhere. But at night, people remember what really matters." I didn't say anything. I just listened. She looked out at the garden, which seemed almost unreal under the moonlight, and continued. "Over the years, we learned to notice small things. The things that either bring people closer or slowly push them apart too." Then she glanced at me and did. "Watching you the past few days, I remembered how you were at the beginning. You lived more. You talked more. You made plans." Her words caught me off guard. Because she was right. Somewhere along the way, life had become routine. Conversations turned into discussions about work, plans, responsibilities. The important things, the real feelings, quietly moved into the background. She quickly added that she didn't want to interfere. "But sometimes," she said gently, "from the outside, you can see things more clearly too." I asked her directly if something was wrong. She smiled. "No. Everything is fine," she said. "Just, don't forget the simple things. Say kind words. Make time for each other. Don't postpone important moments. Time passes faster than you think." We sat there a little longer in silence, listening to the night. And somehow, that quiet conversation felt more important than anything else that had happened during the trip. When we finally went back inside, she wished me good night and said something I know I won't forget. Sometimes, the night doesn't come for sleep, but to remind us of what truly matters. When I lay down next to my wife again, everything was quiet. But something had changed. That night no longer felt ordinary. Because sometimes, The most unexpected conversations at the most unexpected hours can quietly change the way you see the people closest to you.